Well, hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Stellaron Hunters from Honkai Star Rail and some of the power scaling that I'll give to them. I'm going to do a full Honkai Star Rail power scaling video, and I was going through some of my notes, right? And a lot of people do not know how powerful the Stellaron Hunters are, and if you use Herta's gun in her little cure base, you can't find out from her gun. Silverwolf has literally hacked that gun in order to make false readings on the Stellaron Hunters, and it's not... I made this theory, and it turned out to be true, okay? So if you use the gun inside Herta's office to specifically target the Stellaron Hunters, right? Kafka has a 90, Silverwolf has 110, which is impossible by Herta's gun reading. And then you also have Firefly, who is a 23, and even in her base form, if you watch her trailer, she's not a 23. She is unreadable if the gun was accurate. And then you have Blade, which is a 42. And now I'm not the biggest fan on Blade's power scaling. I would give him a 93 or something, but I would not give him below a 93. He's more resilient than he is powerful or even skilled, because he ate the skin of the abundance Eon, or the emanator of Eon, or the emanator of abundance. There you go. He ate his skin, or part of his body, and that's how he became immortal, right? So he's more of a nuisance than he is a powerhouse. Yeah, so you can't find out the Stellaron Hunters, rating by Herta's gun, unfortunately. But I can tell you why I think will they fall, okay? Now, we can't judge Elio because we have no idea who Elio is, alright? We know that he's nicknamed Destiny Slave, and he's probably Emanator level. He can see all possible futures, and he writes scripts that the Stellaron Hunters follow in order to complete the missions. We know the Trailblazer is a Stellaron Hunter when you get to Amphorius. We know that they are one, but I will not be grading the Trailblazer. The Trailblazer is only at 84 on Herta's gun, which is not accurate either, which also confirms my suspicion that every Stellaron Hunter's reading on that gun is inaccurate. But anyway, like I was saying, anything related to the Stellaron Hunters on that gun is inaccurate, and there's some other inaccurate readings too. Some of the accurate readings though would be March, and some of the others, like if you take Sampo there, he has he can't be read either, which makes me think he might have a secret power. But specifically to the Stellaron Hunters, and maybe a few other ones connected to the Stellaron Hunters, their ratings are untrue because of what Silverwolf did. And the proof is Silverwolf getting a 110. Come on. Silverwolf has hacks, but she's not powerful, and she's not more powerful than Blade or Firefly or Kafka, but she does have these hacks that she can use, and she's very dangerous, but she can be beaten. Alright, so first off the bat, let's go from the weakest Stellaron Hunter to the strongest Stellaron Hunter. I think physically Silverwolf is the weakest Stellaron Hunter. However, I do think she is stronger than Blade. As far if we're power scaling even all the hacks and everything, I do think she is more formidable than Blade. So Blade is last on my list. Blade, the more you find out about Blade, he's really scary at the beginning, and he seems skilled. He's trained by, the same people that have trained the general, and he's around all these other different sword masters. He's also with Fawn Han and stuff like that. Let me replay my music video here. Alright. He's with a great group of powerful people and was trained by them and lived over 700 years because he ate the flesh of an emanator of abundance, which means he's immortal. He cannot die. He's tried dying, and he just can't do it. The problem with Blade is he's actually not that skilled. Immortality has actually made him really sloppy, and if you see him fight comparatively to those other legends I told you about, he loses. He loses in a flash. It's not even close. And the more you quest with Blade, the more you realize he's more menacing than he is actually skilled. Now, that may come back to bite me in later thing, because I think Amphimorius is going to get... Like, the Stellaron Hunters are coming to Amphimorius. We saw the leak. We just don't know what they're doing there, and it's all freaking four of them. So, we just don't know what they're doing, why they're doing, or what they are. Maybe Blade will become more of a danger during that. I don't know. Don't think so. Alright, next on my list is actually going to be Kafka. Yeah, I know I compared Blade to Silverwolf, but hear me out. Kafka is more smart than she is powerful. All right, Kafka can use webs. She's also she's skilled with guns. She's also skilled with a sword, but her power is these webs that are not that powerful. Actually, it works on the weak-minded people and stuff like that. She can take out loads of the ICP, but even she says these threads are not like the silk is not too dangerous or whatever during her trailer, and she's right. She's very skilled, but as far as power, she just doesn't have it there. She's more about trickery and over smarting her enemy. Can she beat more powerful foes? For sure. She can manipulate their eyesight. She can do all kinds of things, right? But it's mostly based on trickery. She's a less powerful Cypher, probably a more powerful Cypher. And I'll get to why the Amphimorius characters eventually are not as powerful as you think they are. But she is more cunning than she is powerful, and that's why she's third as far as the most powerful Stellaron Hunters, right? Silverwolf. Alright, let's get to a part where like Silverwolf is actually going, so I can have Silverwolf in the background. Alright, so Silverwolf is she's has a lot of hacks. She can still be beaten. I mean, Screwlum beat her at mind games, but in a fight, she can actually be taken out. The reason why she's powerful is she has these reality bending hacks that if you don't catch her by surprise, and she catches you but by surprise, the game's all over. She can teleport you anywhere in the galaxy if she wanted to. You would have to take Silverwolf by surprise. Like, if I were to attack the Stellaron Hunters, Silverwolf would be the #1 target to go after first, because you lose if you let her just have free reign. But Silverwolf, because of those hacks, is the second most powerful Stellaron Hunter. #1! Dun dun dun! And it's not a surprise because there's only one left. #1, let's go to her, is Firefly. And it's not just because I like Firefly the best. I do. But if you know her lore, Firefly has taken out entire armies in her base form without the SAM suit. Now, she needs a SAM suit to live. Don't mind me. But she does have a little bit of time before she needs to, like, don it. Like, she can be out of the suit for a little bit of time. She liked Falcone because she could be indefinitely out of the suit. But she can, like, walk around and be a little bit free for, like, 20 minutes, a couple of hours, something like that. And then she needs to put back on the suit. Even without the SAM suit, she can beat most of the characters in the game. She can also fight one-on-one with Acheron. Now, both Acheron and her were not going at full power, but as far as powerful emanators we've seen in the game, Acheron has been the strongest, right? You can make like argument about Sparkle, but again, I'm gonna say Sparkle's more tricky than powerful, right? Acheron is pure powerhouse. But even Acheron had trouble with Sam, the Stellaron Hunter. Neither of them were going full tilt. Firefly didn't transform into her ultimate form. And, of course, Acheron wasn't, like, slicing up natility galaxies or whatever with one swap. But Firefly was able to distract Acheron enough for Black Swan to pull the Trailblazer away. And Acheron was enough to stop Sam from, taking the Trailblazer away. They were going full at it as equals, even when they weren't going at full power. Now, do I think at the end Firefly could have beat Acheron? It depends. Acheron's a powerhouse. Taking her out is not the same as equally fighting her. Firefly would have to have a speed advantage, which she does in game and in canon, and she would have to get to Acheron before Acheron got to her. That would be the question between both. But this proves by itself that Firefly is an Emanator level threat. And of course, Firefly has taken whole armies by herself, like trained armies and robots, and it without the SAM suit. And if you put the SAM suit on her, she is an Emanator level threat, and she can hang out with the best of them. And for that reason, she is the most powerful Stellaron Hunter if you take out the Trailblazer and you take out Elio. It's regardless of what you think, or if you think she's too overpowered or anything, she is the #1 powerhouse of the Stellaron Hunters. As so far as we know from everything we've seen. Alright, well, that's my little power creep video. I'm gonna compare all the Honkai Star Rail characters in a better video eventually, but I just wanted to talk about the power levels of the Stellaron Hunters. I find their group to be one of the coolest groups, along with the Genius Society and Astro Express crew, of course, but I'm kind of waiting for the power creep video on Astro Express crew till we learn more about Evertide, or wherever March's new name is. Okay, see you guys next time.